Ready, Janine?
Ready, Bernard?
Okay. Good people like fat women. Fat men like hot women. Hot women like fat men, and they all come after Bernard. I got a lot of problems. See, I have a wife. She's always cheating on me, and I know it. I know it to be true.
Have you ever confronted her about this?
Of course. She's a slut, and she knows it. I tell her every day that Janine, you're a whore.
Maybe we can...
Get some pants on, Janine.
Okay.
You're gonna go out in that? I can see a bra, Janine.
Maybe we can
Again.
confront this problem in a more positive way. What? Tell me more about the problem.
I don't know if you noticed, but I've put on a few pounds over the years. Only a little bit, though.
Okay.
But it's only because I'm stressed out.
Of course.
I mean, every day I have to walk my dog. No, I don't do that anymore. But every day I have to watch my chauffeur, take my dog for a walk. And it's so cold outside. So cold outside. I mean, what am I supposed to do? And people make fun of me because I only like foods with the word chunky in them. Chunky peanut butter, chunky salsa, chunky soup. I've always had a thing for foods with the word chunky, and especially Janine. She laughs at me all the time. And the men in the lodge, they say that I lost my balls 10 years ago when I married her. But that was a while ago, actually. But 10 years ago is when I really lost my balls. I believe it was on the 18th of April. We called that a ball loss day, because that's when I realized that I couldn't see my balls anymore. Because there's so much fat that accumulated on my system. And it's sad, because I miss them. How am I going to get in touch with my balls again?
Maybe you could go on a diet?
What?
Okay.
Man's gotta eat. Therapist. You sound like my wife.
I'm just
You
saying...
kind of look like her.
Oh.
Are you a whore too? Because I could use some action. I'll pay ya. I got a lot of money.
Okay, back on our schedule.
Anyway. So my life is hard. It's not easy being rich. People think it's easy being rich, but it's not. My mate Suki, she's crazy. I'm pretty sure she's putting some stones in my food. And I think she killed my bird.
Stones?
I think she killed my bird. His name was Wallace. I got him from Africa last Monday. And she killed him.
I'm sorry, sir, I'm sorry. Go on.
You're laughing. Wallace was my only friend.
I'm sorry.
She killed him.
How did she?
She's a crazy bitch, that Suki.
Who's Suki?
I think she threw a stone at him.
Who's Suki?
I don't know where she gets all these stones from.
Rambling about.
Maybe from her kidneys. Kidney stones. She throws them at my birds and kills them.
I doubt it, sir, but go on.
Anyway, so I was thinking, since my wife and I are no longer in touch, I was thinking of doing something nice for her. I had an idea. I thought maybe if I were to cut off one of my testicles, put it in a jar, and then give it to her.
I'm sorry,
She would remember the fun times we had with my testicles.
Maybe.
Those summers in May with my testicles.
Sir, May is in the
It was gonna be a pretty jar. I had it all decorated. I wrote balls and pretty letters.
To name self. Maybe you could...
That would be nice. And she'll
no,
stop
don't
sleeping
get me
with
wrong.
Carlos.
Who's Carlos?
I think she's in with one of the mafia.
Oh, that's certainly not legal.
Anyway, I think that someone else paid for her to have another boob job. But that was my thing. I would pay for her to have her boob job.
Did she come seek your help for her second boob
Her
job?
nipples are purple. They weren't purple, they were brown when I gave her a boob job.
I don't think that's necessary, sir.
What color are your nipples?
That's very off subject. I'd appreciate it if you would just...
Because I only like the brown ones.
Oh. Okay, well...
go ahead. Okay. So the other day, I was in the supermarket, and I saw a man. His name was Hashish. So I went up to him and I said, "You look like you've been sleeping with my wife. You seem like the kind of man who my wife would like his testicles." Janine, I know what Janine likes in balls, and I found it in this man. So I said to him, "You've been sleeping with my wife?" And the guy said, "I don't know you or your wife." And I was like, "Oh, but common for you to say. You would say that. I knew it." And he goes, "I don't know what you're talking about." Before he could say another word, you know what I did?
What did you do?
I took that man's turban, I unraveled it from his, and I slapped him across the face.
I'm pretty sure that's considered a hate crime.
This was the second time we had to run in with the fire department.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the friction from me slapping him with his turban, because I got a quick hand, and I did not know that, caused him to spontaneously light on fire.
Oh dear.
And we had to call the fire department. But, yeah.
May I ask what your first run-in with the fire department was?
If that's necessary, I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
So, I was trying to get up the stairs, and Janine had to pull out the stick, like usual. She tried to force me up, but I got stuck.
Okay.
Which is not, not a big deal. We usually grease me up with some butter, but today, we don't know where the butter went. So, I was there for a good 2 hours. Might have peed myself. I don't know if that's relevant to you. But,
no, that wasn't that. You can leave details like that out.
But anyway, so then when I was up the stairs, stuck as usual, and all of a sudden, Suki maid comes in Janine's cake that she left in the oven was of course on fire, and she takes the cake and she throws it at me, friggin' crazy woman, and then my ass goes on fire.
Okay.
And then we had to call the fire department, who had to push me up the stairs and defire my ass. And, yeah, that was the first time. They actually know me by name now there. So, yeah. It's, unfortunate. My life is hard. My life is hard. What do I do?
Well, I think
You don't have an answer.
I think...
What am I paying you for?
Sir, if you'll let me finish, I think you should go home to your wife and discuss this whole problem, make sure she knows...
What do I do about the fat?
Oh, well, like I said before, you could go on a diet, or there's so many exercises you could do. Yoga.
Yoga?
Yes, yoga.
Don't the Asians do that? Am I gonna see Hashish? Am I gonna see Hashish? Because he's got a restraining order.
Well, no, because from the sounds of it, Hashish is Muslim, which isn't... Muslims, are...
You're boring me.
Okay,
I'm gonna leave now.
Yeah, I think our time is up.
Goodbye, shrink.
Okay, goodbye, sir.
What do I do? Do I shake your hand?
Sure.
Too slow. What are you gonna do?
Okay, good luck, sir.
Bye, whore. I mean, shrink. Thank you for your pills.
Oh, I didn't give you any pills.
You didn't give me any pills?
No, your prescription was to do yoga.
That would explain my foot headache. I have an ache in my foot. I got an ache in my foot. That's your problem, not mine now, shrink. Goodbye.